haul video on my gorgeous new Big Shot in Teal. It arrived just yesterday and I thought I've got to immediately share it with you, so here we go. So it arrived obviously in a cardboard box, and then in this gorgeous coloured box. It's got loads of inspiration on the outside, and this was the kit rather than just the machine on its own. So if I just run through with you exactly what you get in the kit. Okay, so what you get is obviously the machine, which I'm going to show you in a moment. You get a pack of coordinations, 6x6 coordinations cardstock from Crafters Companion, so it's just a little starter. Now those of us that are already on our way with craft will probably have loads of cardstock, but it's quite nice as a sort of little play cardstock already done. You don't have to hunt it out. You then get one of these big dies, and this particular one has got, oh there we go, I think you can see now, it's called Basic Shapes I think, and it's got your circles in two sizes, a heart, a baby heart and a butterfly. And it's really nice, and don't press too hard with these, they're pretty firm foam anyway, but this has actually got a cutting blade in there, so not like our steel dies which don't have a sharp edge, so just be careful on that one. And then you get two of these sizzlets, which are new to me. I haven't used anything, well, I've seen them, I've had them years ago, I haven't got them anymore, so it's been so long since I can't really remember what they're all about yet. But you've got this, so you've got the lovely butterfly again. Now this one actually does match up with your Basic Shapes, so you could use that as a layer, so that's really cool. And then you've got a little flower which you can build up, and it's also got a baby heart there, which is really cute. And then you've got, which I haven't even opened actually, is all these little, let's see what they're actually officially called, framelets. So I think these are kind of similar to your spellbinders. So let me just, as I say, I haven't even got these ones out to have a look at these yet. So you've got a circle. I don't think these emboss in the same way that the spellbinders would, but they just cut, which is great anyway. Lovely little scallop circle, a heart, a flower which presumably you could layer over the scallop circle and then use one of these circles as a layer for the center, like so. And then you've got two sort of label-y tag things as well. So a nice selection there, quite a good selection of dies there. And then we've got this embossing folder, and this is, they've got a special name, I think they call them something different, I'm still learning all these, they call it a Textures and Impressions embossing folder, and this particular one doesn't have a name, so I don't know, but it's just a, if you can just catch it, there we go, just a really nice simple crisscross pattern, and these are just like little circles in the middle there, so it's very cute. And then a small piece of sanding paper, basically. I mean, they'll probably call it something very posh, but essentially it's just sanding paper. So that's just for rubbing back on your coordinations if you emboss it. So that's that. And then part of the machine that you get that is new with this machine is your extended platform. Previously you just got the regular platform, but on this Teal machine you get the extended one, which is really handy. And the way that Sizzix works, the Big Shot works, is a little different to your other machines like your Cuttlebug or your Grand Caliber. I mean, the principle is the same. You're making a sandwich, but what they've done is they've kept it all these parts on a ring binder, and then it gives you, well, if you have this tab open like this and build up your sandwich, then it's for your framelets or etc., and it tells you. Then you can turn that over, so on this one, and that's just a thin sheet, so it's just creating a small shim, and on this one you've got your sizzlets. Yes, I'm just making sure I'm doing this right. Your texture plates, etc. Textured impressions, and on this one you've got your embossing folders and your textures pads, which I think are like a rubber pad. So it tells you on each page, and not only that, what the sandwiches are. Now obviously these relate to Sizzix dies, so what I will do in the future is I will run through all the dies for Sizzix, and also for other makes such as the spellbinders and the different sorts of things that they do, and we'll work out exactly what the sandwiches would be for those as well. And I do want to say I'm not getting rid of my Grand Caliber. I absolutely love my Grand Caliber. It's an A4 plate, so it is a bigger plate than this widthways, so it's useful for my bigger embossing folders, etc. And also I would probably still use it for a lot of other things like my spellbinders or whatever. The main reason I got this was, one, it's absolutely gorgeous, two, it does the big dies and everything, and yes, you could have one or other quite easily, you don't need both, but since I'm kind of wanting to demonstrate to you guys and give you different options with the different sandwiches, because obviously some of you will have the Big Shot and some will have the Grand Caliber, I just thought it was helpful for you to be able to see how those all come together on the different machines. That we got, apart from the machine, is 2 cutting plates. So, and you can see I've been playing around on that already, so they don't come marked. So that's sort of the accessories, as it were. And as I say, I'll run through in due course some little hints and tips and tricks and things on the actual machine and how you put the sandwiches together. But of course now the important part is the actual Big Shot. Now I'll put it this way around so you can see. Now it comes with this handle off, and all you get is a little, I haven't got it out, like a little crank. It comes with a little protective screw. You pull that off, little cover. You follow the instructions. It'll say through this part of the handle, this piece isn't on, so you put your screw, the washer, and then you pop the handle onto the little spoke that's there. You crank it till it's tight, nice and tight, and then you pop this cover on, and then that's done for you. Okay, so it's really easy to do, and as you can see, it's nice, heavy. It's not light. It's heavier than the Grand Caliber. The thing is that I found with the extra weight that this gives, and I imagine the shape of it giving more balance, it does tend to stick really good to what you're working on. So I haven't had any problems with that at all, even when I'm putting through some of the dies. Yeah, you do. With the embossing folder, I didn't even hold the top, but with the die, yeah, I did give it just a little, but nothing pressure, just to make sure really that I was just keeping it still, and so it went through really, really well. Now you can see it's very, very pretty. It's got kind of a shimmery gold paint. I don't know if you can catch it in this light. This is like a shimmery gold paint. There you go, and it's so pretty. And then you've got the Sizzix on the front here again, really, really pretty. So let me show you popping something through so you can just see how well it works. Okay, so if I show you already, look, that's pretty stuck down, and it's going to stay there, I reckon. It's nice and simple to work out what we're doing. So we'll pretty much always need your plates, these two, and I'm actually purchasing the extended plates because I think that can be a bit annoying having these shorter ones. It's okay if you're only doing a little bit of something, but I think it would be a lot easier to have the matching plates. So I want to emboss, so if you look at the diagrams on here, there's no embossing, so that's tab 2. We turn over to tab 1, again no embossing folder on there. So then we turn over to the next tab, and here's our embossing folder. So that's how we know that this is the open part that we want for our base. So then we pop that, and you can do it this way around and leave this hanging at the back, or you can pop that through, whichever you prefer. Then you take, and it tells you here on this sandwich, it says put that in, then put one of your embossing mats, then you put your embossing folder with your card in it, like so. I'm just going to shove it down the middle here, down the side rather, and then pop your other plate on top, like so. Just ease it so that it's up to the point where the roller can grip, and then just pop it through, wind the handle, and as you can see I'm not even holding the top. Okay, that's gone through. Okay, so you can then just grab it and pull it out. Let's just take that and close it. I tell you what I did the other day. I spent ages, I'm not kidding, at least an hour looking for this, and I left it inside most of the way. Okay, so that's our 2 plates, and here we go. So let's have a look at what we've got here. And isn't that gorgeous? And how easy was that to do? So then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this little sanding paper, and I think when you buy these, which again as I said I wouldn't buy, I would just get a piece of sanding paper yourself from a DIY shop, but these come on a block, but all you need is like a wood block and wrap it around. But anyway, let's just rub this colour core to come through. Probably shouldn't be doing it over the machine, but I've got my plate here. Okay, dust that off, and look how gorgeous that looks. Now of course you don't have to do that, you could leave it without the colour core being done, but I wanted to put it on. Okay, so now I'm going to cut out. So I've looked up in the instructions, so I know with the biggest die I need to put my first cutting plate down, then my big die. I don't think it particularly matters which way up you do it, but long as you make sure whatever it is, in this case it's going to be cutting plate both ways, so it doesn't matter, but always make sure the cutting blade will go into the cutting plate. So then let's pop that over our die cuts, pop that on like so, and then put our other plate on top, and then just feed it till we get to there. Now this one I think you would need just a little hold, just as it gets through this piece. That said, look, I'm not holding it and it's going through beautifully. It's staying cut, and look how easy that cut through. It was just like butter. And you know, the crown caliber and your cuttlebug will be beautiful as well. So you know, the only thing is that you can't use some of these dies. Now these big dies you can cut chipboard and fabric and layers of card as well, so it gives you a little bit more scope perhaps. That said, I think it's a little more difficult, not much, just a little bit more difficult to get your sandwich for the embossing of your spellbinders. So it depends really, I guess. If you think you're only going to want to do the thin spellbinder type die, because the thinlets etc from Sizzix will go through your ground caliber, then that might be the machine for you. If you think you want to use these sort of dies with thicker materials, then this obviously will be the one for you. Instead of turning these all around, let's turn that up the other way, so you can see what a beautiful cut edge this is, and it looks very nice I think with the embossing. That's just a bit of the, where it's new, it's just catching the foam a little bit, but so you can see it cuts absolutely beautifully, and I didn't need to hold it at all. Now let me just show you some of the bits that I've been doing. Now I cut out some more of these just in different colours, so you can see how nice that is, and we could begin to build that up into a nice little pattern or design, so keep those bits. I also cut the Sizzlet butterfly, the more detailed one, and if I just show you on my green one here, not the blue one that I just did, the green one that I did earlier, you'll be able to see, if I can pick it up, that it matches up perfectly size wise, so you could very easily just layer this on top to create a lovely 3D dimensional little butterfly. Now the other thing I did is cut some felt out using the big die, and you can see how beautifully crisp that came out, really nicely. And it really would have easily done a couple of layers, probably more than a couple, probably 4 or 5 if not 10 layers of that felt. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't guarantee that, I haven't tried it. The other thing I did was I created a border using my butterfly, and again I will show you that in due course, not today. So I created, as I say, this little border of butterflies, so that meant that much paper was going through to be cut. So you can see it's got a lot of potential, I think. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed having a look at this, and sorry if I've yapped on a little bit, but as I say, I will be doing videos in due course, or a video in due course, running through a few little techniques such as making the borders, exactly how you use each of the different Sizzix dies that I have at the moment, how you do embossing, what the plates are, and then running through some other brands of dies that I have and seeing how they work in this. And also I will probably do the same thing at some point using my grand caliber as well. So I hope that will be useful to you. Let me know if you think you'd like that. I'll probably do it anyway, but unless there's an overwhelming response of no. So I will see you all again soon, and I hope you've enjoyed having a look at this with me. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.